Hey, what is up, my people? I had a discussion today that was really, really good. It was about being gentle, right, as men. Because a lot of times men aren't known for being really gentle. We talked about where the basis and foundation of being gentle may come from. And I think it comes from a place of strength. You know, in order to be gentle, you have to be very strong. If you're not very strong, then everything you do is weak. And weak is not gentle. Weak is just weak. But if you're strong, you then have opportunity to be gentle because you can choose with your mouth, your words, with your strength, muscle, your actions to then be gentle. I think that's something for a lot of guys to think about. We pride ourselves on this and that, but a lot of times it's our gentleness when people know we could be a lot more harsh or a lot stronger than what we're doing, but we intentionally choose not to for the sake of a better situation, a better outcome, opportunity for someone to actually listen to what we're saying or how we're feeling or what's going on. So this is a tidbit I thought about that I wanted to share. I wanted to do a video earlier, but life happens, couldn't do it. But basically, think about being more gentle. And on that topic of gentleness, I had a story. So I was talking to my kids about how, in my perception, I'm actually very gentle with them quite often. And I think that they didn't understand it because one day we were riding in the car, my daughter, my oldest, she's 10 at the time. So she was telling me, she's like, "Daddy, you always yell at me. I feel like you're always yelling at me." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I've never yelled at you in your whole life. What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, you yell at me all the time. You say this, you say that." And I said, "Whoa, wait. Let me clarify. I may speak to you in a more direct or harsh tone. And sometimes I may raise my voice a little bit, speak with a little more inflection, be a little bit louder than I am if I'm just talking quietly." But I said, "But I definitely have never yelled at you." And all the kids were adamant. "Daddy, you do yell. You're a yeller. You yell at this, you yell at that." I said, okay. I said, let's pause for a second. I was like, let me give you an example. So we paused, we're in the car, and I said, this is what it sounds like when I yell. And so the same types of things that I would say to them that I said pretty calmly, I said it in a yelling tone, and they all sort of freaked out and got scared. And actually my youngest, she's 3, she started crying a little bit. And I was like, guys, that's an example of how it is if I'm yelling. So please tell me when you see me yell at you throughout your life. And they're like, "Oh, I guess you don't yell." I was like, "But sometimes you do talk harshly and that hurts our feelings." And I said, "Okay, I can take that constructive criticism. I can work on that and work on my tone, work on how I talk to you and how I say things, because presentation of what you say a lot of times matters more than what you're actually saying. Especially when you're giving correction, giving guidance, when you're leading, it's about how it's presented. It's not necessarily about what you're saying, because when you're leading and you're doing things for a positive purpose, you're saying good things. You're not saying anything inherently bad. But if you say it bad, people will take it bad. So that's something that I've worked on with the kids, that I can make sure that if I do have to speak a little louder or a little more inflection, I try and watch my tone and make it more gentle. But, that's the word of the day for today. Figure out ways to be more gentle.